yours is looking a little pixelated right now.
All right. Well, we
There you
back,
go.
man. I know we said that was gonna be short, but we
Short.
was we was going through it and testing something and said, let's do another real
Let's do
short
another test. That's what we
test,
said we're
right?
gonna do.
Because the only way we're gonna know is test, test, test. One of the number one rules of live streaming is test, test, and then test again. And then after
Right.
you think you got it figured out, test some more. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we figuring this thing out because we're gonna roll this new platform out real soon. Because well, my mom told me that there's no such thing as soon because there's April, May, June, no soon,
No
right? So
soon.
anyway, I need to give y'all a date. So we rolling it out next week, same time, same station. Be right here, and we're gonna talk real talk on Streaming Maniacs. Now, if you're on Facebook and you're not following us, go ahead and follow us. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And then if you are on Twitch and you are whatever it is that you need to do on Twitch, do that. Because I don't really know Twitch like that. So to the Twitch world, I'm sorry, I'm getting to know you, but we do stream to you. Anyway, that's Streaming Maniacs. All right, Thomas, it's looking good on this side, man.
It's
How's it
looking
looking
good
on your
on Facebook right now. So I'm
Okay,
looking at you as you're talking. I'm just trying to figure out if it's going to switch or how does it look.
got you. Now, how does my audio sound? How does my mic sound?
My mic sounds nice. You sound
Check
good. It's
one.
good. Check one.
And see, that's the deal, right? Because these are the questions that y'all ask. Y'all be like, hey, okay, before we go live, how do I sound? How do I look? I call this the Zoom groom. Why is it that when people get on Zoom, they start doing like this?
Yeah, I kind of find myself doing the same thing when I'm on Zoom, with my hair, trying to get it right. It's
Yeah,
like, we got to get this thing right and tight.
yeah.
Actually, I have to look at my shine. Is my head shining? Is it
There you
not? Do I
go,
have too
man.
much light going?
And here
You
you
got to
go. Watch
figure out
this. I'm buffing your head, man. See, you got the brush. We're gonna buff it out, make
right.
that joker shine, put a little wax up there, man. For
Well, and I will say that this platform I kind of like because the way I'm going to bring out my podcast, Disruptive Dialogue, I'm going to bring in a show where I have some individuals who have real life experiences, and there's going to be 4 of us on this show, and we're going to talk about some things that will help our communities to develop better. Where do we need to do better in our community? Let's not blaming everybody else for these challenges and these problems, but where can we do better? What can we do better in our community to make ourselves better? And these gentlemen have this life experience. There's going to be 4 of us. What I really like about this platform is you're able to see all 4 of us at once in the little small boxes, but the person that needs to be spotlighted and talking at that moment goes into the big box automatically. And so it's good how it fades in and out so the audience can really get a feel of what the person's saying so they can look at that person, and you don't have someone behind the scenes that has to do production to make that shift and make that person stand out. Now in Zoom, you can do the same thing. There's this aspect of Zoom, but the quality never turns out the way you need it to be in Zoom. And so I really like the way this looks.
Yeah, I have to agree because I'm looking at it on YouTube now, and the quality definitely looks much better than what you get on Zoom, right? And with Facebook, all of us should know if we don't know, so I'm gonna let it out the box. Facebook will push it down to 720 after you send the stream. And that's
Right.
important to know because that means that it's going to be one way live quality, and then it's going to be another way when it's on demand and you're going back and watching it later. So
Right.
YouTube typically will kind of keep it at the same level. And while I'm talking about YouTube, I'm gonna run over to YouTube and take a look at what it looks like on YouTube. Just for the sake of looking at each platform and kind of testing each platform to see what it looks like. And I'm on YouTube, and man, I'm impressed with the quality that's on YouTube. And one of the
Yeah.
other components that I will say is that it's the ability to also embed the live stream on your website using our platform, right? And unlike some of the other platforms, you never have to change the embed code. So if you are streaming to multiple platforms and you want to draw people back to your website, you're able to do that as well. So just some things to consider, and like Thomas said with his show, we're going to be doing a lot of cool things, right? And producing some great stuff, talking to some great people on the Disruptive Dialogue. So that's a shameless plug for the Disruptive Dialogue. And I like the fact that, to your point, it's really self-driven, right? And that self-driven component allows you as the host to focus on being the host, right? You don't have to focus on all the other stuff. Now, we know that there's more elaborate ways to do it, and we offer that as well. And we can walk you through how to do the most elaborate types of productions. But we talking about those people who want to just get the content out, have their guests come on, and, easy flow, right? Back and forth, whether they're on a mobile device or if they're sitting in front of their desk. Now, I prefer for somebody to be sitting, in a nice, quiet environment that's controlled, right? With the right lighting and all of that stuff. But we know that that's not how it always goes. But, if you pre-prep your guests, you might get that. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say for the rest of this. And we're going to drop off here in a minute, but I'm going to let Mr. Thomas Cotton close us out.
So one of the things about having the 4 people, like you said, I can't control their quality. What I can do is put the best quality out there, but it's more important to have the best content. And so as we're putting great content out there and we're having these great interactive conversations, we would love everybody to be a part of that. You can follow us on Facebook at Disruptive Dialogue. So you can find that Disruptive Dialogue. You can find us on YouTube at Disruptive Dialogue. And so join in to the conversations, add your perspective on things that can make our communities better. And we would love to, be able to see you online following this. And you can also follow us on Spotify as a podcast at Disruptive Dialogue. So thanks, Michael, and looking forward to using this platform for more of our content building.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Streaming Maniacs, because we're going to bring you some streaming content that's crazy. Talk to you later.